Hey guys, F1 Fanatic here, and right now I'm going to give you the next Hot Lab video that Codemasters has actually released, I believe on Thursday. I think it was Thursday, but anyway, we're going to give you that, and I'll talk about it like I usually do. But I did predict in the last video that the next Hot Lap was going to be at Sochi, and believe it or not, that did indeed come true. So, little F1 Nostradamus on that one. But enough of my silly antics, let's get to the video. Alright, so you just watched the fourth Hot Lap video that Codemasters has released for F1 2014. This time in Sochi. Right around where what used to be the Sochi Winter Olympics earlier this year in February. But anyway, let's get to some points that I have about it. Actually, as much as I've been saying in the past videos about the engine, how it's kind of not as great as it could be, I actually kind of made a realization in this video that it may not be as bad as I thought it is, or that I thought it was. I was watching some of, like, when I would see the T-Cam come on, and I noticed that the engine actually sounded a little better than I had anticipated. But, yeah, I think the engine actually may not sound as bad, so maybe we can kind of give it a little bit of a wait and see what happens when F1 2014 comes out, but as much as I've been saying in the past videos that the engine was not as good as it could be, I may be wrong on that one. It may not actually be that bad, judging from when the T-Cam comes in these videos, or in this Hot Lap video. But I'm quickly moving on. I saw Sochi, and I've only driven around there a couple times in R-Factor, but it's actually pretty cool. I like the feeling of it. Even in driving it in R-Factor, it was pretty cool going around, and I thought it just seems like it's a fun track to drive overall through some of the corners. But yeah, it was a pretty cool track. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It looked great. And one thing that reminds me of back when the European Grand Prix used to take place in Valencia. It reminded me a lot of that track, because if you watch it closely, most of the runoffs aren't even any grass or gravel. It's just all road or all asphalt along with the track. So that actually kind of reminded me, even watching some of the camera angles as well, it made me remember Valencia a lot. But I think the track's actually really cool, though. It's probably going to be one of my more favorite tracks in F1 2014, probably. I may be wrong on that. Be kind of a tie. Could be a bit of a tie between that and Austria, but yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really cool track to drive in F1 2014. But moving on, the camera angles, there's not much that can be said. They're basically the same. I mean, I've been doing this version of Hot Lap videos all throughout the F1 2014 tenure. But, I mean, I really wish that they could have did the T-Cam with the commentary back in F1 2013 when they did it with that. I think that would have been a little nice. It probably would have gave it a little more of an accurate reading of how the engine, or an accurate hearing of how the engine would sound. Because I noticed, like, when it switches to the different camera angles, to for lack of a better term, it just sounds different as opposed to if you watch it in the T-cam, in the offset T-cam. And it just, I notice overall, like when it switches to the different camera angles, it just sounds different than if you were to just keep it in the T-cam for the entire lap. But I think overall, even though they've gone a whole new route with these hot laps for F1 2014, I mean, I still think it should have been like F1 2013, but at least, I mean, be grateful. At least they're giving us something, you know? I think that we should at least just be grateful for that. But, I know this is very short, but, well, it's probably the length it should be. Shouldn't be 16, 17 minutes long. I mean, but I don't really have much more to say. But in the next Hot Lap video, I'm hoping it could be in the next week or two. I'm not sure, but it's been like 1 or 2 weeks per video, it seems like, for these Hot Lap videos. So judging by that prior history, it's probably be about another week or two when we'll see another one. And then I'm hoping that it could be in Singapore, because after, I think, this weekend's the Italian Grand Prix, I'm thinking, you know, in a couple of other weeks it'll be Singapore. Maybe they'll try to do like I said in previous videos, where they could follow the season, you know, from Singapore up to, I believe it's Japan after that. And then obviously they can't do Russia again because they just did it right now. But, you know, maybe stop it at Japan, and then before you know it, the game comes out 2 or 3 weeks later after that. But I think my guess is probably somewhere around the Singapore Grand Prix could be when the next one's out. And maybe it may actually be at Singapore. That's kind of my hope. But I don't know. We'll have to see. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. God, approaching the 6-minute mark. That's pretty short. It's probably the way it should be. But, yeah. So check out some more of my videos, and feel free to like this video and comment your thoughts on F1 2014, and maybe let's get a discussion going. Let's talk, you know? Talk about F1 2014, how the engines sound, how the tracks look. Let's engage in some conversation about F1 2014, and, you know, yeah, please like this video, comment. You can also check out my channel and check out my other videos. This is F1 Fanatic signing out, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.